I'm gonna make this quick, everybody. It's been bothering me. Something I did not want to do, but I know it has to be done. Maybe about a week or two ago, I said to Josh over at Ocean Beach Cafe that there has been rumors spread around to me that Josh is talking bad stuff about me. And when I finally confronted him about it and told him over 25 people has told me, I literally saw a shocked look in his face. And it bothers me. At the time, it did. So I said that, okay, well, it needs to stop. So forth and so on. And I told him that I wanted my friend back. Well, in certain words, he basically said, okay, we shook on it and so forth and so on. And I'll make an effort. And well, you see, I go down to his shop all the time. Used to. And he hasn't, ever since then, he hasn't made an effort to come by. Claims he's too busy. Well, there are people out there that owns businesses that take the time to talk with their employees when they see they're going through things. Or even if they're not employees, they're ex-employees or whatever. They're good enough to go out there and talk with them and find out exactly what's bothering them. Especially people who are, homeless. Well, it comes to this point. And quite frankly, I don't care if he sees this video. Because people deserve to know the truth. There are things about him, Josh at Ocean Beach Cafe, that a lot of people don't know, that I have seen with my own eyes and physically heard. The things that he does, the things on how he reacts. And I'm not going to say what he does when customers come in, especially females. Because it's kind of disgusting. You see, before I get into that, Josh said that, I asked him politely to help me with my YouTube. And quite frankly, a lot of others that has homes and stuff, he helps them with theirs. When I got something that I'm good at, which is filming, that I found out that I'm good at, putting myself out there and so forth. And I ask him, and he says, "Oh, well, I can't do that. I got blah, 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 blah amount of people on my Instagram and my YouTube bragging about it." Well, ever since then, all he does is walk by. And when he looks at me, he raises his eyebrows because he knows he got caught. He knows that he was found out about his rumors. Well, I'm not going to take him to court. I'm going to do this instead. And I'm going to show him that he's not going to get away with what he's been saying. That bragging about things is stupid. Amongst one other thing, and he knows what I mean, and it is dealing with, I'll just say girls. Too coward to settle down, to have children. Breaking hearts. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things that he doesn't know I know about him. That I have paid close attention to. Not only with my eyes, but with my ears. How he talks. And I feel that everybody needs to know the truth about him. If he takes it to court, there's one thing you got to know, Josh. It's called a polygraph. All I got to do is take a polygraph. And the judge will have no choice but to dismiss everything if you take it to court. Every time I see people come out of your shop and they walk by my van, they always give it a dirty look. I know you're still talking crap about me, and you need to stop. Point blank. Or I will say more things about you, and I will open the book fully about how you really are. It was laid upon my heart to do this, to show you and teach you you're not going to get away with this. God laid it upon my heart. It is time for people to know the truth. So this is your last and final chance to stop what you're doing, or I will spill the beans all about you from the times I have worked with you. Here's the thing, Josh, and it's another thing that is scaring you. And I know it is. When I first arrived there and I got hired, I saw Max. And I saw Max was helping. But I also know there are some things that you and Max didn't get along with. There was even times you stood up to me, which is very, very brave. Because at that time, I was teaching myself on how to stay and remain calm. Not to be physical. Not to bring the old Billy back. And I'm going to continue to stay like that unless you provoke it. I'm not one of these guys you can run over, Josh. I've shown you many, many times that I'm not afraid of you. But I think you need to call the San Francisco Richmond Police Department and ask them about my background. Because I can only take so much of it. And it's going to get to a point to where you're going to wind up making me snap. And I don't want it to get like that. You're taking me as a softie, and I'm not. I want my friend back. I want the Josh that I used to know, that I first met. I want him back. Not the Josh that blabs his mouth off. I want you to finish what you started. I want you to help me get my YouTube spread around and my Instagram. I want you to tell good things about me like you used to, not what you do these days. When you fired me because of how my wife supposedly knocked down your sign, yeah. See, you could block this all you want, or you can, whatever. Everybody on your Instagram's still going to see. When you mistreat good people, people tend to find out sooner or later. It's like I told you, I got 4 college associate's degrees. I'm not stupid. And I tried my very best to bear from this, but you want to know something? The reality truth finally came out. My wife was right. I need to start spilling the beans. So it's either you start coming down as the man of your word when you shook my hand and agreed, and you start making time to come and talk with me about different things and not me come to you all the time. When I start seeing that, then I'll start believing you. When I start seeing you help me gather other things together, helping me get my Instagram and my YouTube channel up and running as well, like you do others that aren't homeless, you treat me with the same amount of respect, then I'll start believing you. No more bragging. I'm doing this with heart. You're doing it because of fame. And well, I'm going to refrain from saying what I really wanted to say, what you're really after. So when this goes on Instagram and you see it, I really don't care if it pisses you off or not. But mark my words, even if I didn't say something, it would come out. And you know this part right here is the truth too. If that hadn't have been for Max, and then after I came in, me coming up with ideas to help you improve, if that hadn't have been for me bringing things in that you liked, such as that ocean beach sculpture and a few other things, you wouldn't have got as successful as you would have. The whole time I was working there for almost a year, and I was very close to an apartment within 2 weeks. The only reason I told you is because you asked. You automatically said, nope, not gonna happen. Oh yeah, someone told me about that too. You fired me because supposedly how my wife was acting. And you fired me to keep me from getting that apartment. That was a backstabbing moment there. The only person that has issues is you. You're afraid. You're scared out of your mind. But yet you're too afraid and too coward to admit it. If I had came in and you know it's the truth and helped within that period of time, your cafe wouldn't have never made it to where it's at now. If I hadn't have been on them videos when you were talking about me to get me some help and so forth with Rob, your business wouldn't have got as successful as it was. But yet you turn around and you talk crap about me. That's a wrong move, buddy. Always remember this, God's watching you. He is watching what you do, how you do things. It's not about vibes, it's about Jesus. Jesus is the one that gave you what you got right now. And yet you still refuse to know the truth. Here and here. I'm not backing down from you anymore. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure people know the truth about who Josh really is. Unless you come to me and you talk to me responsibly like you said and shook on. Like you said with them videos that you was going to send to me. I told you never mind about it in the text message just a couple of days ago or a day ago. Because I knew you weren't going to send it. If you actually cared, you would have sent those to me, to my email, so I could put it on my YouTube. You don't have no ounce of care.